we extend a very, very warm welcome to everyone present over here. Thank you so much for taking out your precious time and joining us for this truly momentous occasion. We're pleased to have you join us today to commemorate the listing of the equity shares of the company on BSE. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we mark the beginning of a new journey for the company as a listed entity. So in good intent and good faith, let's have a huge round of applause for Bharti Hexacom Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, before we commence with the proceedings, I request everyone to kindly stand in attention for the national anthem. Thank you. Request everyone to kindly take in your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, milestones are an important way of looking at the past with gratitude, the present with appreciation, and the future with a lot of hope. Today, we are here to celebrate such a milestone for Bharti Hexacom Limited. Bharti Hexacom was incorporated in the year 1995 as Hexacom India Limited, with TCIL owning 30% of the company and remaining 70% being owned by other shareholders. In 2004, Airtel acquired majority equity interest in the company. Airtel currently owns 70% of the outstanding equity capital of the company. Subsequently, the name of the company was changed to Bharti Hexacom Limited. As you may be aware, Airtel is a global communications solutions provider with over 500 million customers in 17 countries across South Asia and Africa. That deserves a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The company also ranks amongst the top 3 mobile operators globally, and its networks cover over 2 billion people. Airtel, yes, definitely, one more please. 2 billion people is a very huge number, ladies and gentlemen. Also, let me tell you that Airtel is India's largest integrated communications solutions provider and the second largest mobile operator in Africa. Bharti Hexacom Limited is a communications solutions provider offering consumer mobile services, fixed line telephone and broadband services to customers in the Rajasthan and the Northeast telecommunications circles in India, which comprises the states of Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, and Tripura. It also offers services under the brand Airtel. TCIL, ladies and gentlemen, is an engineering and consultancy company set up in 1978 for providing Indian telecom expertise in all fields of telecom and information technology to developing countries around the globe. Its core competence is in the field of switching, transmission systems, cellular services, rural telecommunication, optical fiber-based backbone, transmission systems, information technology and network solutions, application software, e-governance, 4G, 5G, FTTH, VoIP, Wi-Fi surveillance, cybersecurity, and civil construction and project management consultancy services. Today, we are hopeful that getting listed will significantly help the company further scale their business and unlock the next phase of their growth journey. We're indeed in a very, very proud day today. Ladies and gentlemen, today, on this very momentous occasion of the listing of equity shares of Bharti Hexacom Limited, we would like to extend a very warm welcome to the various dignitaries who joined us today. Please help me in welcoming Ms. Kamla Kantaraj, Chief Regulatory Officer, BSE. Very warm welcome, ma'am. I request you to please come on stage, ma'am. We would like to present our bouquet and our token of appreciation. Yes, ma'am. Very warm welcome, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining us, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. We also have here with us today the leadership team of Bharti Hexacom Limited, Mr. J.S. Deepak, Mr. Shaumen Ray, Mr. Arvind Kohli, Mr. Arun Gupta, Mr. Kapil Kumar Vora, Ms. Nalina Suresh, and Mr. Pankaj Tiwari. I request our chairman, Mr. J.S. Deepak, to please accept the bouquet on their behalf. So very, very warm welcome to you. Please come on stage. Let's have a huge round of applause for sir, please. It's a very warm welcome, sir. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we have here with us today the leadership team of Telecommunications Consultants India Limited, TCIL. We have here with us Mr. Sanjeev Kumar, Chairman and Managing Director, and Mr. Surajit Mandol, Director of Finance. I request the CMD, Mr. Sanjeev Kumar, to please come on stage and accept the bouquet on behalf of TCIL team. Very, very warm welcome, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for accepting it. We also have here with us today the bankers who played an integral part in the success of this IPO. Please help me in welcoming on stage Mr. Sanjeev Saraf, Joint Managing Director, BOB Capital Markets Limited. Very warm welcome to you, sir. Please help in welcoming on stage Mr. Pinak Bhattacharya, Senior Vice President, IIFL Securities. Very warm welcome, sir. Thank you. I would like to invite on stage Mr. Prateek Lunkar, Senior Vice President, ICICI Securities Limited. Very warm welcome to you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Please help me in welcoming on stage Mr. Suraj Krishnaswamy, Executive Director, Axis Capital Limited. Very, very warm welcome, sir. Please help me in welcoming Mr. Deepak Kaushik, Group Head, ECM, SBI Capital Markets Limited. Very, very warm welcome, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very beautiful tradition in our country of lighting the ceremonial lamp and taking blessings from the Almighty before proceeding with a good work. So we'll be having the lamp lighting ceremony and request the following dignitaries to please gather next to the lamp lighting area. Ms. Kamla Kantaraj, Chief Regulatory Officer, BSE, Mr. J.S. Deepak, Mr. Shaumen Ray, Mr. Naval Seth, Mr. Pankaj Tiwari, Mr. Rohit Puri, We have the company secretary, Ms. Richa Gupta Rohadgi from Hexacom team, that is the Bharti Hexacom team. Then we have Mr. Sanjeev Kumar and Mr. Surajit Mandor from TCIL team. Thank you so much for doing the honors. And with this, we mark a new and prosperous beginning for our company. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in inviting on stage Mr. Deepak Kaushik, Group Head, ECM, SBI Capital Markets Limited, to share a few words. Very, very warm welcome to you, sir.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, it's a proud privilege to be standing here and looking forward to the listing of Bharti Hexacom Limited equity shares. Now, this is a process which we started some time back, and it's, I think the team here, especially if I talk of the Bharti Hexacom team, TCIL, the entire management, it's been a lovely experience. And frankly, if you look at this issue, this was the first IPO in the current financial year. Coming from the Bharti group, it's after around a decade, more than a decade, that there is an initial public offering coming from the group. And I think all of us saw the kind of response this transaction got. You are aware the issue was roughly around 4,300 odd crores, and the kind of response that we got, the issue was subscribed nearly 30 times, with the QIB book getting subscribed nearly 49 times, which just clearly shows that the faith the investors have in the Bharti brand as well as the company itself. The company has done reasonably well. And if we look at in terms of the issue, as I was mentioning, if you look in terms of the timelines per se, I don't think we would find any transaction from starting to the end, which would have happened within a time period of around if I look at it, the entire process was nearly around 5 months' time, which is a record in itself. And I would like to really, so from the starting till the end, and this would not have been possible but for each and everyone who has worked, our fellow bankers, as I mentioned, the Hexacom team, TCIL, everyone has their role to play, and I think it was just perfect. So if you would ask me, yes, some hiccups initially, but after that, a process which really love to be a part of. And I'm sure the way we have seen the investors come into the transaction, which clearly shows the trust that they have. And I'm sure once the stock is listed, the company would do all to kind of repose that faith, which they have historically so far delivered. And I'm sure it would continue going ahead. So I would like to again congratulate the entire team and thank you all for being here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for initiating the proceedings. Ladies and gentlemen, now it gives me immense pleasure to invite on stage the chairperson of Bharti Hexacom Limited, Mr. J.S. Deepak. Let's have a huge round of applause for him, please.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's my special pleasure this morning to welcome you all to the listing ceremony of Bharti Hexacom Limited at the Bombay Stock Exchange. I would like to start by thanking the company team, Rohit and Richa under the guidance of Pankaj, TCIL led by Sanjeev Kumar, Managing Director, and ably supported by Surajit Mandal, Director of Finance, the Airtel team, Soman Ray, the Dynamic Group CFO, Akhil Garg, CFO of Bharti Hexacom, Naval, IR Head, and a host of others. Our BRLMs, SBI Caps, Axis Capital Limited, BOB Capital Markets Limited, ICICI Securities Limited, and IIFL Securities. Our legal advisors is AZB Partners and Shardullah Merchant Company, who worked hard. All of them worked hard as a team in the entire process, including procuring regulatory approvals and convincing the investors of the value proposition of the IPO. My sincere gratitude also for the great effort put in and the discipline and rigor with which all of you worked as a team to meet some of the most exacting timelines. If someone had told me in December that we'd be doing this in April, I would have actually pinched myself to see whether I was in a dream. But congratulations, all of you, and ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for all our partners. Today is a momentous occasion and a significant milestone in the life of Bharti Hexacom Limited, when the number of its shareholders is increasing from 2 to several lakhs. The issue of 7.5 crore shares was oversubscribed almost 30 times, which is a great vote of confidence in the company and a humbling experience for all of us. This will also motivate the management to aspire to even higher levels of commitment to achieve excellence, as well as meet the high ethical and performance standards which we value and cherish. The incredible journey of this company started many decades ago, and today it is a thoroughbred from the stable of Bharti Group, which includes stars like Bharti Airtel Limited, which holds 70% of Hexacom shares. Bharti Hexacom provides telecom services in Rajasthan and northeast of India, except Assam, under the Airtel brand. It possesses the latest technology, including an extensive 5G network, and provides the best consumer experience and delivers services ranging from connectivity to banking, education and health, e-commerce to entertainment, to its ever-growing number of customers, which today total an impressive 27 million in its areas. Bharti Hexacom Limited also has an excellent leadership team. Its independent directors have been coming forward and giving guidance to the company, and the management team comprising professionals and technical expertise and dedication. This is reflected in its improving performance and sterling financials. It is an important player in the Indian telecom sector, which itself is moving into an era of increased profitability and returns. The listing of Bharti Hexacom Limited, ladies and gentlemen, and the IPO represents the first step of a new beginning. It gives the Government of India and TCIL an opportunity to monetize part of its holding, but continue to be part of the Hexacom family. Your company has the promise of becoming a marquee player in the telecom space, and I believe it will achieve transformational growth and multiply investor wealth. As we celebrate this occasion at the Bombay Stock Exchange, I have the proud privilege of inviting our new shareholders to join in this exciting journey. Together, let us not only make Bharti Hexacom Limited the best, but also begin a new chapter of achievement, success, and prosperity. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing those words of wisdom which resonated with everyone in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, now please help me in welcoming on stage Ms. Kamala Kantaraj, Chief Regulatory Officer, BSE. Very warm welcome to you, ma'am.
A very good morning to all of you and a warm welcome on my own personal behalf and BSE's behalf. So dignitaries from the company, Mr. Deepak, Chairman of Bharti Hexacom, the non-executive directors, Mr. Saumen Ray, Mr. Sanjeev Kumar, Mr. Surajit Mandol, and the company secretary of Bharti Hexacom, Pankaj Tiwari ji, and people from SBI Caps, people from Axis Capital, officials from BOB Capital Markets, and also all others who are present here on this auspicious occasion of listing of Bharti Hexacom. I take, immense pleasure in welcoming you all to this listing ceremony. And I also take pleasure in welcoming the newest baby into family of our listed entities. As you may be aware, BSE has 5,000 plus listed entities, and an entity from telecom sector coming into our foray is also sign of prosperity that India is looking at, because whatever transformation has been achieved in Indian economy in last 2 decades, not a moment goes without recalling the contributions of technology. Not a moment goes without the contribution of connectedness that the telecom sector has brought into Indian economy. You name a sector, everywhere technology and telecom are prominently present, and many of complexities of life have got simplified through telecom sectors, besides connecting people from various parts of the geography. So I extend a very warm welcome to this newest kid on the block, and I'm also overwhelmed that issue has got oversubscribed 30 times, and retail investors have taken a lot of interest, and retail investor category is also oversubscribed, I think, around 8 times. So these are actually encouraging facts, because our Indian economy is truly carving out its path amidst the global confusion and still marching ahead, being darling of the globe today. Everyone looks up to India as a destination, and we are living true to it through all the expansions in various sectors, including the telecom that we are seeing. When a new listed entity makes it foray into the listed category, we are always, as exchange, as a frontline regulator, we always are concerned about the increased responsibility, whether the company can fulfill, what kind of hand-holding we as an exchange need to do to facilitate good compliance. Here that burden is reduced, because you already are inheriting a rich pedigree from Bharti Airtel, which is already a listed entity. So to that extent, it is a less of a concern, because you already are living the listed company standards, and listed company standards are no Greek and Latin. We in India believe in disclosure-based governance, and transparency and disclosures have withstood all the turbulence in the marketplace. 3 decades ago, the major problem that was bothering Indian capital market was information asymmetry. And today, through advent of technology and through the enhanced governance standards, information is equally available to all sets of investors, whether you are a small investor holding 1 share or you are a major investor holding significant percentage in the stake of the company. So with that, I wish Bharti Hexacom all the very best in its new journey, and also because you are focusing on northeastern parts of the state, which we normally keep thinking it is a little under-penetrated. And because of the weather condition also, you will be facing a little more challenge in upkeep and maintenance of your technology. So I wish you good luck and all the best as you foray into this new journey. Thank you so much.
I request ma'am to please be on stage, and thank you for your good wishes, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, to commemorate the significance of this event, we'll now have an exchange of mementos. I request Ms. Kamala Kantharaj, Chief Regulatory Officer, BSE, to present some special mementos to the management team. Please help me in welcoming Mr. Shaumen Ray from Bharti Hexacom Limited. Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. Sanjeev Kumar, CMD, TCIL, to please come forward. Very warm welcome to you, sir. I now request Mr. Deepak Kaushik, Group Head, ECM, SBI Capital Markets Limited. Welcome, sir. I now request Mr. Suraj Krishnaswamy, Executive Director, Axis Capital Limited. Warm welcome, sir. I now request Mr. Sanjeev Saraf, Joint Managing Director, BOB Capital Markets Limited. Thank you, sir. May I now request Mr. Prateek Lunkar, Senior Vice President, ICICI Securities Limited. Warm welcome, sir. Thank you, sir. Now may I request Mr. Pinak Bhattacharya, Senior Vice President, IIFL Securities, to please come forward. Now I request, ma'am, I request you please be on stage. Sorry, just one more minute, ma'am. Now I request Mr. Pankaj Tiwari from Bharti Hexacom Limited and Mr. Surajit Mandol from TCIL to present special memento to Kamala ma'am right here. Request both the gentlemen to please come on stage to present the memento to ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you for doing the honors. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming on stage Mr. J.S. Deepak from Bharti Hexacom Limited, and Mr. Sanjeev Kumar from TCIL to present special mementos to some very special partners whose contributions have been invaluable in the successful listing of the company. Let's give a warm welcome to both of them, please. A warm welcome to both of you. Now I request Mr. Deepak Kaushik, Group Head, ECM, SBI Capital Markets Limited, to please come forward. Thank you. Now I request Mr. Suraj Krishnaswamy, Executive Director, Axis Capital Limited, to please come forward. Welcome, sir. Thank you. Now may I request Mr. Sanjeev Saraf, Joint Managing Director, BOB Capital Markets Limited, to please come forward. Once again, welcome, sir. Thank you. Now may I request Mr. Prateek Lunkar, Senior Vice President, ICICI Securities Limited, to please come forward. Thank you. Please help me in welcoming Mr. Pinag Bhattacharya, Senior Vice President, IIFL Securities. And I also request the audience to give a huge round of applause for everybody who's coming on stage, as it's a very special day for us. Thank you, sir. Now I request Ms. Priya Avasthi from Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas & Co. to please come forward. Welcome, ma'am. We have the whole team here. Let's have a huge round of applause for them, please. Thank you. Thank you, the whole team. Now I request Mr. Agnik Bhattacharya from Legal Counsel, AZB Partners. Very welcome to the whole team. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now I request Mr. Nilesh Lahoti, Statutory Auditors, Deloitte Haskins & Sells LLP, Chartered Accountants, to please come forward. Very warm welcome to the whole team. Thank you. Now I request Mr. Akhil Bhalla, ICA, of the issue, to please come forward on stage, please. Welcome, sir. Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. Harish Chawla from Corp Nexus to please come forward. Very warm welcome to both of you. Thank you. Now I request Mr. Vishal Kumar from CRISIL to please come forward and join me on stage. Very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Mr. Ajay Rao and Mr. M. Murli Krishna, Registrar to the Offer from KFin Technologies Limited, to please come forward. Very warm welcome. Thank you. Now I request Mr. Arun Ohri and Mr. Sanjeev Chaturvedi from Ad Factors to please come forward. A warm welcome to the whole team. Thank you. And finally, I would request Mr. Jayesh Shah from Crystal Press, printer to the issue, to please come forward. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for doing the honors. Let's have a huge round of applause for them, please. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to invite on stage Mr. Sanjeev Saraf, Joint Managing Director, BOB Capital Markets Limited, to present the vote of thanks. Warm welcome, sir.
Well, I think the countdown is begun, but still there are 7-8 minutes. So I was advised to speak for a little more, but I think vote of thanks is always seen as, a 30-second affair. Well, let me, as a banker, first of all, remind you, and especially the employees of this company, Bharti Hexacom, that your life as an unlisted company changes in a few minutes. You are now going to be a part of a listed entity. And for that, you have to thank first the regulator SEBI and the stock exchange BSE and NSE that enabled this listing process to happen. It's a momentous occasion. And hence, the first thanks actually goes to each and every employee of Bharti Hexacom who made this possible. We know that as bankers, we only deal with the company secretary, the CFO team, but the fact is there that every employee of this company provides the critical inputs for the IPO to happen. Number two, the promoters of this company, the government of India, Bharti, and each and every shareholder who was there before listing and now who are going to become the official shareholders or listed shareholders, I would say, a listed company, are going to enjoy the fruits of labor of each and every employee that this company is doing hard. Compliments to the chairman, sir, compliments to the MD, who are leading this company, along with a seasoned board of directors, both from the promoter group and the independent directors. So a huge round of applause for this entire group that made this happen. And of course, we as bankers, we are 5 bankers, so I can keep thanking all of us. But the fact is, who are the people who actually also helped? The legal counsels, Sadhula Mashad Mangadas, AZB Partners, the International Legal Council, Hogan Lovells, Registrar, which is very important when you do the post-issue, and we as Bobcaps helped in post-issue. We understand how it's important to do all the hard work to get listed, and I thank my entire team also at this stage who made this possible. The left lead manager, SBI Caps, thank you so much for coordinating between all of us and doing this listing and the entire process in a record time. IFL, ICICI Securities, Access, thank you so much for being there together. Because when it's about marketing the issue, we all did it together. And of course, the issue would not have been successful if they weren't the investors. 70,000 crore plus coming in the main book for an issue size. Of course, I'm not calculating the anchor book and the main book, but the fact is that kind of money came in. It shows the kind of confidence that the investors across institutional investors, the HNI investors, and the retail investors have bestowed upon this company. Then, of course, I'm not forget the statutory auditors who play an important role in any IPO, Deloitte, Haskins and Sells. Thank you so much for coordinating and ensuring that all the important disclosures on the accounting front come in place. The agency, Arun, Auri, of course, of Fat Factors and team, and Crystal Printers helped in ensuring that the completion happens. Of course, Crystal also did their job on the rating part. So I would have thanked everybody. I would say that, and if I miss somebody, please pardon us. But the fact is that now the responsibility, as about 5 minutes to go, I would say that the responsibility is huge on the shoulders of the company management to deliver quarter on quarter, as you say, because you're a listed company, on corporate governance, on performance, and the growth that the brand also brings in with Bharti. So I would say with those words, the fact that you have a responsibility of over 3 lakh shareholders that could become now the shareholders for a listed company in a few minutes, I thank each and everybody and wish the company management the very best for a fantastic ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for presenting the vote of thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, you're proceeding towards a very, very historic moment. Yes, the moment that we all have been eagerly waiting for, a proud and milestone moment when Bharti Hexacom Limited will see itself listed on the stock exchanges of the country. Ladies and gentlemen, just a couple of minutes away, and I would now request the dignitaries to come forward for the gong ringing ceremony. I request Mr. J.S. Deepak, Mr. Sanjeev Kumar, Ms. Kamala K., the board members and Bharti management team to please come forward. And let's have a huge round of applause for them, please. We'll also take a quick group op. Also, everybody in the audience, I request you can take videography, but please be seated at all times as we have our videographers at the back. So if you get up, the video will be, hindered. So I request you to be seated at all times. Also, let me tell you that 10 seconds before 10 a.m., we'll be having a customary countdown. So I request everybody to have that countdown with me with a huge, volume as we are welcoming this very, very historic moment. Just 3 minutes away. 2 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, in just the next few seconds, we'll be starting with the countdown. All right, be ready as we're going to start with the countdown now. All right. Okay, time to welcome this very, very important, this milestone moment in our lives. We will see our company listed on the stock exchanges of the country, and a perfect time to celebrate, to enjoy ourselves. This is the moment of glory, as they say. All right, everyone, just a few more seconds. All right, everybody, together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hearty, hearty congratulations. Bharti Hexacom Limited is now officially listed on BSE. Let's have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very, very important moment, and a moment that could create history. With that, ladies and gentlemen, come to the end of the ceremony, and we are going to be listening to a lot of gong ringing. Till then, let me tell you that we are truly grateful to our host, BSE, members of the board, family and friends, well-wishers, and all you wonderful people who took time to celebrate this momentous occasion with us. Thank you so much. Let's have a huge round of applause once again for our wonderful company and more such milestones for the future. Also, the refreshments are served in the backstage area, so I request all the guests to please proceed towards there and enjoy your teas, coffees, refreshments, and have a great day ahead. Thank you.